Good morning, everyone. Now, like you can see, I'm not a very early riser. Something to do with being lazy. And I typically start off my day making breakfast.
Hazy, eat your food, Hazy. Are you Hazy? Hazy!
After that, I get ready for the day. Also, not a very big fan of makeup, so I use as little as I can. Depending on what the day looks like, at times I try and get through some of my emails while Jordan eats his breakfast. And this new table I got, the FlexiSpot E7 series, is actually brilliant because it allows me to adjust the height of the table based on whether I want to stand or sit. I had noticed my shoulders would ache because of crouching over my laptop the whole day, so this really helps. Plus, standing and working has a ton of benefits. Another reason I wanted a new table was because of my equipment, and this table can easily take 125 kgs, which solves all of my problems. And in case you want the same table, there is a FlexiSpot sale coming up where the first 20 orders get up to 50% off. I'll add the link in the description. And when it's time to edit, I hit a button and the table moves down in seconds. Now, I like to leave the house clean, so I'm happy when I get back home. But after this, we get ready to leave. And that by itself takes a good 5 minutes to get out of the door. And a lot of English houses have narrow hallways, and I really wish I knew why.
Now I need to run off again and I'm late. I have to run quite literally drive as fast as I can.
I drop off the husband and then Jordan. And normally I head back home after this, but today I have a meeting with a client for which I need to go into London.
I'm so late because it took me forever to park at the end of the station and then get a ticket and then display a ticket. So I'm going to try and walk as fast as I can to the train station.
The advantages of living in Maidenhead is that Paddington is just a 25-minute ride away. And if you travel during non-peak hours, there aren't really too many people traveling, so you avoid all the crowds. Now, you can either take the Elizabeth line or the GWR. I'm taking the GWR because it was the first train and it would reach faster. I got off at Paddington in London because that's where my meeting was, and headed over to Little Venice. Funnily enough, after all of the rushing, I was early, so then I decided to go grab a coffee before my meeting. After my meeting, I actually noticed some plant stations, and I love plants. Turns out Paddington Central was doing a plant giveaway, so I took home this little guy for free. Once I was done with my meeting, I needed to head back to Paddington Station to catch a train to Maidenhead. There was actually an Elizabeth line just as I was entering the station, but since I'd have to change platforms, I knew I wouldn't make it in time, so I decided to take the next GWR instead, which was 15 minutes later. And I spent my spare time shopping. Now, the great thing about traveling during non-peak hours, apart from cheaper tickets, is that the train stations are super empty, and so are the trains, so you get to avoid all the crowds. I don't travel to London much, but when I do, I'm always super nervous that the trains will get cancelled. But thankfully, nothing went wrong. And when I got home, I had two smiling faces waiting for me.
Hi.
Off you go. Anyway, after this, I took them out for their walk, which you don't really need to see.
So I just managed to get back and now it's time to go again to pick up Jordan from school. And he has football after school today. So we're off there too.
And it's the UK, so
How was your
obviously
day?
it will rain whenever it pleases.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the cage and football. Now look at the stadium.
While he's at football, I usually grab a coffee at my favorite cafe Baked while I get some work done. I also popped into Tesco on High Street to pick up some stuff to take home. Football sessions are for an hour, which flew by too quickly if you ask me.
Hurry. Hello.
Once we're home, I usually make dinner around this time, and I was in the mood for some dal makhni, minus the makhni. Now, we usually don't eat our meals at the dining table, just breakfast on weekends, because we'd much rather eat it at the sofa where we spend family time, and I mean all of the family. After this, I try and get some work done, because it's been a long day, but there isn't really an option, and I'm tired and I'd much rather stand and work for a while, which I'm able to do thanks to my Flexi Spot E7. And once I'm done tending to some urgent work, I prepare to retire for the night. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.